really good blood all the way through. What'd you find?
What?
Yeah, that's a good size, honey. Hey guys, welcome back to Huge Nuge Outdoor Adventures. I'm your host Paul Nugent, and I got my wife Deanna Nugent here with me today. Just wanted to do an update on our shed hunting season. As you can see, we've brought lots of bone home this year. It was our first season shed hunting, and we brought in 22 sheds. So anything from, little ones to medium ones, to a little bit bigger, to our biggest. All in all, it was a really good season. We were after buck on our property's sheds, who we call King. He's a really big, wide, tall 12-pointer. He's got 7 on one side, 5 on the other. Really nice looking deer. He's still young, I think about 3.5, so I'm looking forward to seeing him this season. Anyways guys, we just wanted to mention that my wife, she came out shed hunting as well for her first time this year, and really enjoyed being out there on a treasure hunt for these sheds. And just happened that she found 4 this year, and 2 of them, her first 2, happened to be a match. And I know how hard it is after this first season to find a match. So I thought it was pretty cool and pretty rare that her first 2 she ever finds turned out to be a match. And a pretty nice match at that. So I did a little surprise for her, which we wanted to show you. And I wanted to surprise her with this. This is her sheds that she found this year, her first 2. My buddy's a taxidermist, and he put this together for me. So pretty cool. So here you go, honey.
Thank you. This is so beautiful. I'm really happy to find sheds this year, and it's cool that my first 2 are a match. I really appreciate this gift, and I can't wait for next year when I bring more bone home.
That's right, honey. Well, honey, I'm glad that we got to spend this time out together looking for sheds. It was definitely fun. Hopefully you and your family can get out looking for some this next season. We're approaching now the summer here in Canada, up in Alberta. It's June 17th. So we're actually headed out right now to go set our trail cams. One of the nice things about shed hunting is it's a good opportunity to do your scouting for where you want to put your trail cams and where you want to set up your tree stands. So we've got a few places picked out. We're going to head out to the bush and get this next part of our hunting season started. and hopefully we'll start showing you some pictures of the bucks that are roaming around on our land. And I think this year we're gonna have to put some names to them. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining us here at Huge and Huge Outdoor Adventures, where we're always having a good adventure. Welcome back, guys. We're in the bush now, and we've got 6 trail cams that we're going to set up tonight. And I just wanted to point out a few things about setting trail cams. One thing is for certain, anytime I come into the bush, I make sure I'm wearing scent-free clothing. The more that you can keep your scent out of the bush, the better it's going to be for you in the long run. And as well as I wear gloves. I think that's the number one thing to make sure you're doing, because you handle these quite a bit, and you don't need scent all over these, pushing the big bucks off of where you're trying to capture photos. I also carry a can of scent away with me, and I like to spray these down as long as a little bit of the tree once I'm done, to make sure that all the scent is completely gone. One of the other things is I like to make sure that my trail cams are working before I come out into the field. I load them with the SD card. I motion back and forth in front of them and make sure that they're functioning properly before I come out in the field to strap them to the trees. So anyway, guys, those are just a little bit of hints that I've learned over the years of deer hunting and setting trail cams. So I know from the winter months that where I'm standing right now is a really good spot where they've been crossing this fence. I kind of look for trails throughout the hunting season when the snow falls, and I make a mark of where those trails cross, and that's where I put my trail cams up when it comes summertime. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna start hanging my trail cams, and hope I've helped a little bit with your guys' trail cam. Hey guys, one other thing I'd like to share with you. I'm on about 2,000 acres private land that I have permission to be on, and when you're hanging 6 trail cams, it can be very confusing as to where they all are. Now, I do have an app that I use to track the trail that I take to set all my trail cams, so I can always look at that, but I don't like to rely on technology because sometimes it can let you down. So what I do is I also hang flagging just in the areas where I walk into the bush. I find it's really good because shed hunting, I walk through the bush to find trails and to find sheds, and that's when I spot my areas that I want to put trail cams and my stands. So what I do is I walk straight out from those areas, and I tie a piece of ribbon, and that way I can come from outside the trails and in straight into where the trail cam is or where the tree stand might be. And I find that is the easiest way to keep your scent out, and also an easy way to remind you where your tree stands are and where your trail cams are. So just a little hint, there's great apps out there that obviously are geared towards hanging tree stands, hanging trail cams, but again, I don't like to rely on that completely. Battery goes dead on the phone, you're out in the bush, maybe you can't remember exactly where your trail cams are, so I like to hang this. Okay, so I'm just walking, and as you can see, straight down here is already a game trail. So I'm following this in, and this is perpendicular to the way the trees go. These trees are about, I don't know, let's say 1,000 yards wide, and they go for miles. So it's a big strip of trees that the deer are traveling through, and they've got their trails, but then they've got their perpendicular trails as well. And so this perpendicular trail meets up with one of their parallel trails, and that's where I put a tree stand, because then you're getting 2 game trails that are active, and you should definitely be able to get some good pics. There's also a little slough of water behind me, and that's why this trail is breaking off and coming out this way, is because they're drinking as they're going through the bush out here. So we're just going to head in. I'm going to set another trail cam, and we'll see you there. Okay guys, one of the things that I learned the hard way about setting trail cams is I used to find a trail and then I would set it up. This trail is running this way, and I used to set it up kind of like this. And I got a lot of photos of the back end of deer. So what you want to do is you want to set it so that it has a good view down the trail or up the trail, as opposed to on the side of the trail. So that's one of the other things that we want to make sure we do when we're setting our trail cams, is just to make sure that we're pointing it in a view where it's going to capture the deer way out from where it's coming, and then you might get a few more photos that way. And once again guys, when you set these, make sure you're using your gloves and spray them down as well. Okay guys, that concludes the evening of trail cam setting. We set 6 trail cams tonight, and I think we found some good locations. So pretty excited to see what we'll capture. We'll probably come back out and check it in about 2 weeks. It's kind of what I like to do, once every 2 weeks, kind of stay out of the bush as much as we can. And yeah, I think that should be good for tonight. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the evening. I know we did for sure, and thank you again for joining us at Huge Nuge Outdoor Adventures. It was definitely a great adventure tonight. Till next time guys, we'll be showing you the bucks that we got on cam, and maybe you guys can help us name a few. Anyway, hunt safe and have fun.